When we talk about fashion, most people just see the clothes, but Alexander McQueen created something far beyond fabric and stitches. His shows were stages of pain, beauty, horror, and brilliance. From Scotland's dark history to a dystopian future ruled by machines, McQueen told stories that left audiences breathless. In this video, we journey into the darkness, creativity, and fearlessness of one of fashion's greatest minds, where fashion becomes art, and every runway tells a story. Fashion is sometimes more than just about clothes. It is a world of pain, luxury, and reckless beauty, as designed by Alexander McQueen. Fashion shows are stories that define moments where design is not just about creating outfits but about setting shocking scents. In 1995, McQueen presented the Highland Rape collection, a powerful statement about the brutal history of Scotland, where the models wore garments that symbolized the trauma of women. This show was groundbreaking in its message, leaving the audience in stunned silence. In 1996, the Dante show took place in a setting that invoked the darkness of hell, combining heavy music with a reflection on death and suffering. In 1997 show, It's a Jungle Out There embodied chaos and survival, with the models dressed in armor-like garments to represent a world on the brink. McQueen's works were always about more than just fashion. They told the stories of struggle, fear, and the human condition. In 1999, the number 13 show introduced elements of technology and robotics, blending human and machine in a futuristic, dystopian vision. It was a moment of futuristic fashion, where McQueen merged technology with fashion to create an art form that was both breathtaking and terrifying. In 2001, McQueen's Was collection shocked audiences with a dramatic and provocative performance inside the glass box. The show created a sense of confinement and vulnerability, asking questions about beauty, sexuality, and power. Each performance was like a surreal dream, inviting the audience into McQueen's twisted and imaginative world. In the Irier show of 2003, McQueen took us on an adventure through the wilderness, symbolizing the rebirth of humanity in connection with nature. The show represented the cycle of life from struggle to freedom, with each outfit symbolizing a new stage in the human journey. McQueen's use of nature in his designs reflected his belief in the strength and beauty of the human spirit. In 1999, the number 13 show introduced elements of technology and robotics, blending human and machine in a futuristic, dystopian vision. It was a moment of futuristic fashion where McQueen merged technology with fashion to create an art form that was both breathtaking and terrifying. The Deliverance show of 2004 evoked a sense of struggle and survival, where models danced and fought for their place in the world. The show symbolized the constant battle for life, with no clear winner, only the effort to keep moving forward. The Widows of Culloden show in 2006 was one of McQueen's most emotional performances, honoring the past and the spirits of those who came before. The hologram of Kate Moss brought a sense of ethereal beauty to the show, creating a link between the past and the present. The show left an unforgettable mark on the audience as they were faced with the raw power of McQueen's vision. The image of Kate Moss symbolized McQueen's ability to create art that transcended the fashion world. In 2008, McQueen brought us The Girl Who Lived in the Tree, a show that merged fashion with the natural world in a deeply symbolic performance. The show symbolized the connection between humans and nature, a theme that McQueen returned to time and time again. The gradual transition of colors reflected the changing seasons and the cycles of life. McQueen's shows were always about more than just fashion. They were about conveying deep emotional truths. In his Plato's Atlantis show of 2010, McQueen pushed the boundaries of fashion, blending philosophy, mythology, and cutting-edge technology. The show was a vision of the future, where human beings and technology merged into one. The performance by Harlow Shalem was a masterful representation of McQueen's vision of the future, where technology reshapes humanity. The show marked the dawn of a new era where fashion and technology would coexist, pushing the boundaries of both. McQueen's legacy is one of pushing limits, constantly searching for new ways to express beauty, pain, and the human experience. Even after his death, McQueen's work continues to influence the world, shaping the future of fashion. His impact on fashion is undeniable. McQueen's shows were never just about clothes. They were about ideas, emotions, and the power of expression. McQueen's influence can be seen not only on the runway but also in everyday street style, where his fearless and unique approach to fashion continues to inspire. His legacy lives on through the choices people make, in how they dress, and the impact it has on the world. McQueen's artistry lives on, inspiring future generations of designers and artists alike. McQueen's legacy is a fusion of fashion, art, and technology, influencing not only the fashion world, but the digital world as well. Behind every show was McQueen's dedication to his craft, constantly striving to create something new and exciting. In the end, McQueen's legacy is a testament to his vision, his creativity, and his impact on the world of fashion. His final message was clear: fashion is about feeling, not just.
When Alexander McQueen, who sat at this table with me, committed suicide, what did you think?
Many things, Charlie. I knew Alexander. I knew Lee. I understood.
What did you understand?
That loneliness, that pain, that, as addicts, we're in search of perfection. We're setting that bar impossibly high. We don't understand when we're doing it, and people say, wow, how are you going to top that? And we're like, well, yeah, we're going to, don't worry. That's what, makes us wake up in the morning. I was very sad.
But do you think the lifestyle that he and both of you had contributed? He also had some medical issues that we all are aware of that had nothing to do with alcohol or drugs.
I don't know what you mean by lifestyle.
Well, the style of getting up in the morning and knowing you got to top that, and the style that you were in the center of public attention, and everybody's eyes are on you, and that every day you're going to be judged not by the past collection but by the next collection.
Yeah, you're only as good as the last.
Only as good as your last
In
collection.
the fashion world, this will be an absolute shock of mammoth proportions, Jim. The Alexander McQueen, aged 40, probably the brightest and best designer of his generation. The man who was known as the enfant terrible. He was also known as the hooligan of English fashion when he started. He went on to end up with boutiques in New York, London, Los Angeles, Milan. This comes, let me tell you what we know today and what's happened. His company, Alexander McQueen, has issued a statement saying, on behalf of Lee McQueen's family, that's their name for Alexander McQueen today announces the tragic news that Lee McQueen, the founder, has been found dead at his home. At this stage, it is inappropriate to comment on this tragic news beyond saying we are devastated and are sharing a sense of shock and grief with Lee's family. And then there's the usual plea for privacy. New York Fashion Week is underway at the moment. McQueen didn't used to show at New York Fashion Week, but he did and was intending to show at Paris Fashion Week with a new collection next week. And I can imagine, Jim, at the moment, the fashion world, absolute shock at this man and his death.
Richard, any word on the cause of death?
No, I could offer up 1,001 bits of speculation and rumours that are going around at the moment. That would neither be helpful nor pleasant. So for the moment, Jim, I'm not going to answer that directly. It would be inappropriate to do so. I did meet Alexander McQueen once. I interviewed him once which we'll be having later on Quest Means Business tonight, some extracts of that interview. When we interviewed him for the Quest on Style programme. Jim, Alexander McQueen was one of the most difficult men I found to interview, simply because he did have a lot of very deep subjects, and he did actually, he never actually wanted to give an open and an obvious answer. So that tonight on the programme, we'll be revisiting some of that interview, and you can see for yourself Alexander McQueen.